ready to stand upon. Up next, we have the women's gold medal game between the number 2 seed Camosun Chargers and the number 1 seed VIU Mariners. We would like to extend our thanks and appreciation to the fans who come out to our gymnasium tonight. At this time, we ask that you to rise if you are able to, and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem.
Welcome to the 2020 PACWEST Volleyball Championship gold medal match. On the women's side is the number 1 VIU Mariners taking on the number 2 Camosun Chargers. An all-island rivalry matchup to end the PACWEST women's season, at least here, as both teams have already qualified for the CCAA National Championship. Both teams will be off to Quebec in 2 weeks to represent the PACWEST. Who will be the representative? Who will be the wild card berth? We're about to find out as the Mariners and Chargers meet up. Met 4 times during the regular season. Mariners winning all 4. Of course, they went 24-0. Yesterday, beat UFV in a semifinal, 25-13, 25-16, and 25-13. Chargers, meantime, they took care of their semifinal as well, beating the Capilano Blues. So welcome inside the gymnasium here in New West at Douglas College. My name is Ryan Waters, getting set for this one between the Chargers and the Mariners. Now, as I said, both teams know that they are headed to the national championship. Yes, you want to win PACWEST Gold. Yes, there's pride on the line, but might be a bigger picture looking ahead. We'll see how this one unfolds. Hannah May going back to serve for the Camosun Chargers to open it up. Here come the VIU Mariners. Caroline Tormina. Dug there by the Chargers, but it out of bounds, and the Mariners take a 1-0 lead. Chargers wearing their road uniforms, those blues, while the Mariners are in those home teal. Shelby Dorman-Banks will deliver the serve. Here come the Chargers. They go to work. Mika Yamada, dug there by Groendyke. Here's Tormina. Tormina gets a kill. On the floor for the VIU Mariners, Shelby Dorman-Banks, Danielle Groendyke, Andrea Chunkovic, Carolina Tormina, the PACWEST Player of the Year, Kiera Christensen, and also looks like Amanda Dobbin up front. Here go the Chargers to work. This one will be sent over. And now the VIU Mariners back to the offensive attack. Tormina takes a little off it. Hannah May is there. Tracked down by the Chargers. This is Yamada. And somebody looks like on the nets. I'm not sure what the call is, but it goes against the Chargers. On the floor for the Camosun Chargers, their center is Taylor Pompino. Here's the serve. We'll get you to the starting lineup. That's Mika Yamada. Yamada gonna get it right back. Yamada, a little left-handed tip. Nice dig by Dorman-Banks. And Chunkovic will just send it over. May with the save. Back to Yamada. Yamada cross court. Christensen is there. Backdoor for Chunkovic. Off a block and down. Rael Zacharuk also on the floor for Camosun. Their libero is Karina McNeese. And also in the middle is number 5, Grace Kazanowski. Starting lineup for the Chargers. That's Kazanowski right there, but she's rejected by Tormina. Now a timeout taken by the Chargers. A 5-0 lead. Jumping out here are the VIU Mariners. These two teams last met each other in 2015 in the postseason, which sounds strange, doesn't it? 5 seasons it took before these two teams met each other. It was Saturday, February 28, 2015, in a PACWEST gold medal match, just like this one. The Mariners were ranked number 3 at that point. The Chargers were the top-ranked team, and it was the Mariners that came out in front in 5 sets, winning the gold. Funny enough, the player of the match for the Mariners was Megan Groendyke, her sister Danielle, playing in her 3rd straight gold medal match here today. Mariners 24-0 during the regular season, Chargers 15-9. Mariners winning at Camosun October 11th, hosted Camosun, beat them October 12th. On Valentine's Day, they were in Camosun, beat them 3-love. And then on the 15th in VIU, and beat them 3-love. Mariners have dropped just 1 set against this Camosun team this season. Back to action after the timeout, 5-0 Mariners. And the serve by Dorman-Banks. Here's Yamada, a little left-handed tip. Flying in was Dorman-Banks with the save, and then Groendyke from the backcourt. Here's Yamada, and a call against the Chargers on a double hit. And it's 6-0. See if the Chargers can take a book out of what UFE did yesterday. Both Shane Hyde, the head coach of the Mariners, and the head coach of the Chargers, Janelle Rosamy, of the Cascade, both saying that that was one of the toughest matches. VIU just responded. Just don't look at the score. Chunkovic goes into the nets, and the Chargers are on the board. 6-1. But they say the Cascades played them very tough and gave them all they could handle. Again, the score maybe not indicative of that. See if the Chargers watch some game film to see if they could pick apart something in that armor of the Mariners. And Yamada goes into the net, and it's 7-1. Mika Yamada, second-year player from Japan. So good in the regular season, 47 aces. And she has a service error here. Dug by Christensen. They're going to set up Groendyke. Groendyke, dug by Yamada, play at the net, and it's Dobbin who reaches over and smacks it down. 8-1 Mariners. Chargers beat the Blues yesterday in the semifinal 25-20, 26-24, and 27-25. That's served, handled by McNeese. There's Yamada backcourt. She goes long. And the Chargers can't seem to get anything going against the Mariners. And teams coming in to face the Mariners, they have to be somewhat intimidated. They'll never admit that. But you look at this powerhouse, who hasn't lost this season, lost just once last year. And now it looks like the Mariners are on the net. So a little bit of an intimidation factor there, as for the first time, Gracie May will check into the game. Once you settle in, though, if you can get a couple of points, then you start to roll a little bit. The serve. Tormina with the pass. Now Chunkovich. She gets the kill down. The problem is just getting points against the Mariners. Getting the ball over the net sometimes is difficult. With those big bodies up front, right now they have Groendyke, Passmore, and Chunkovich at the net. The libero checks back in. McNeese for the Chargers. And Dobbin goes back to serve. Dobbin in her 5th season at Nanaimo. This one an over bump. Passmore swings and misses at that one. And now the Chargers trying to use it. Zacharuk off the block and down. Zacharuk getting a kill. She had 7 yesterday in the semifinal victory. And back to serve now, there's setter. Pomponio. And here she comes. Interesting enough, both setters wear number 15. That one into the net. And it's 11-3 Mariners. Pomponio wearing 15, and Dorman Banks also sporting 15. Here's Chunkovich. Her serve. Yamada handles that one. In the middle for May, rejected. Chargers are there. Gracie May now. That one is blocked. Dorman Banks got up to block it, as the May sisters did all they could to get the ball over the net. Gracie in 18 and Hannah in 2. And Chunkovich back to serve with a 12-3 lead. Here she comes. That serve handled by McNeese. Hannah May will knock it down. May yesterday had a kill. She's got one here. Barely played yesterday because of a matchup Coach Brent Hall was telling us about in our post-game chat. And now here comes Rael Zacharuk. Her serve is an ace off a hand of a Mariner. And it's 12-5. Mariners ready, so are the Chargers. Here comes the serve. That one off the arm of the libero and into the stands for another ace. Cut the lead in half to 12-6. That is Josie Heaney now in, out of Ontario, Ingersoll, Ontario, in her 2nd season. Here's the serve, into the net this time by Zacharuk. 13-6 Mariners. And Danielle Groendyke. Groendyke in her 3rd season knows nothing but CCAA gold, as the Mariners are back-to-back champs, looking to get there again. Well, they will be there. Regardless of what happens here today, as both teams will be going. Yamada off the block. Heaney was there. Backcourt, Groendyke into the net. Coming back into the game will be Kazanowski. For the Chargers, having a seat is the libero, McNeese. And Gracie May will go back. Here's the serve. Chunkovich over the nets. Can the Chargers use it? Here's Yamada. Yamada goes wide. 14-7 Mariners. Yamada 215 kills during the regular campaign. She had 16 yesterday. In a semifinal victory, she'll keep swinging. And here comes Passmore. Kayla Passmore. Her serve goes long. Point back to the Chargers, who's trying to chip away. It's 14-8. And Christensen will check in. Passmore will have a seat. And Hannah will go back to serve. 2nd-year player out of Victoria. Here she comes. And that is too long as well. So back-to-back service errors, and now a couple of Chargers will check in. Katie Whaling, the veteran, will check in her 5th and final season for Haname. And also Sydney Swisonets will check in. As Pompino will have a seat. So Whaling becomes the Charger. Or pardon me, becomes the setter for the Chargers. And here's the serve. Help ball as Yamada flicks it back, and now Swisonets will send it over. Free ball for the Mariners. Can they use it? Chunkovich on the far side, rejected there. Here's Tormina. Tormina up and over the block. Dug nicely by Zacharuk, who will now have to send it over. She does, deep to Christensen. Tormina again. Tormina with a big blast. 16-8. And Dorman Banks back to serve. Third-year setter. Played behind Chantel Cumming the last couple of years. Learned a lot from her, and now she takes the starting role over and is going to get an ace here. McNeese, the libero, struggling with the bump passes. As a libero, that's what you got to do. That's your whole job. McNeese struggling here with this serve from Dorman Banks. Here's the serve. That's a better pass from Zacharuk. Whaling will get it to Yamada, off a block and down. A block by Dobbin, and now time is called as the lead is extended to 10, 18-8. The Mariners just so tough. The Chargers doing all they can, and they know each other quite well. A couple of players in their final PACWEST match, including Katie Whaling. She's the lone Charger in her 5th and final season, and Andrea Chunkovich in her 5th year, as is Amanda Dobbin. So those 3 players playing in their final PACWEST match, but won't be done regardless of what happens here today, as they were both teams off to the CCAA National Championship. Chunkovich, a second-team All-Star out of Croatia. Dobbin was outstanding. She is such a presence in the middle of the floor. And Whaling's been banged up. We didn't see much of her yesterday coming off an ankle injury. Coach Brett Hall saying that, yeah, she was recovering, and it was nice to see her moving around without any issue yesterday in that semifinal. Chargers on the floor, well ahead of the Mariners, who finally break the huddle, and here they come now. Back to serve is Dorman Banks again, with a healthy 10-point lead. Here she comes. McNeese, that's a better pass to Whaling. Swisonets, she's rejected. Just tapped over by Kazanowski, but goes wide on the backhanded attempt, and now it's 19-8. Passmore, Chunkovich, and Tormina up front for the Mariners. McNeese, Whaling has to chase that one down and does. Backcourt, Zacharuk finds a corner, but Christensen was there. Now Tormina makes no mistake. Tormina, who yesterday had 14 kills, the player of the year, picking up right where she left off yesterday, and it's 20-8. You got Passmore at 5'11", Chunkovich at 5'11", Tormina 6'2". That's your front row right now for VIU. Yamada tips. Christensen is there. Here's Chunkovich. Chunkovich down the line. Zacharuk with a nice dig. Now Swisonets will send it over. In the middle, Passmore. Another nice dig by Zacharuk. And Swisonets again will put it over, but it's rejected. And now Swisonets will put it over. Christensen. Now Tormina. Tormina with just one block goes up and over. And it's 21-8. Now a new libero will check in as Madison Houts will come in for the first time this tournament. And McNeese will have a seat. Houts, second-year player at Regina, at a Campbell Collegiate. And there's an ace. Miscommunication between Yamada and Zacharuk, and it's 22-8. Houts is quite the athlete. She comes in as a volleyball libero, but she's playing basketball next year for the Chargers. I don't know if she's also playing volleyball. I would highly doubt it. Swissonettes through the block and down. 22-9. Yamada back to serve. Mika Yamada. 4 lines referees for this gold medal. Love it. Here comes Chunkovich. Off a block. Yamada is there. Whaling will track this one down. Here's Zacharek with a quick set. She gets it over. Tormina on the power side. Tormina just inside the line with a kill. And it's 23-9. Tormina back to serve. At least she's out of the front court if you're the Chargers. An over bump and Groendyke. Yeah, you remove Tormina, but now you got to deal with Groendyke. Set point at 24-9. Here's the serve. Whaling will chase this one down. Zacharek will tip it over. Mariners are there. Here's Groendyke. Yamada chases that one down. Whaling keeps it alive. And now Zacharek can't get it over. And the Mariners draw first blood in this gold medal match, 25-9, a convincing victory over their island rival. See how the Chargers can regroup coming into the second set. It's the Mariners and Chargers. We'll take a break. You're watching the 2020 PACWEST Volleyball Championship. To the second set we go. Took 17 minutes for the Mariners to beat the Chargers in that opening set, 25-9. And here we go with the second set. The Mariners start with the serve. Dorban Banks will get it into play, and here come the Chargers offense. And there's a kill, Kazanowski. And the Chargers jump out early. Gracie May will check in for the Chargers. Kazanowski, Hannah May, Yamada, Gracie May, Zacharuk, and Pompino are the starters for the Chargers in this second set. And that will go long. Christensen, Dorman Banks, Dobbin, Chunkovich, Groendyke, and Tormina, the starters for the Mariners in this second set. For the Mariners, Tormina had 6 kills in that opening set. Gracie May down the sideline, but out of bounds. Groendyke had a pair, so did Chunkovich. 2 blocks in total. For the Chargers, Zacharuk had 2. That was it. They only scored 8 points. Tormina will deliver the serve. Yamada on the power side, off a block and out of bounds. And the Chargers tied at 2. Well, so far I like the pushback by the Chargers. 2-2 the score. Pompino will send it in play. Groendyke with a pass to Dorman Banks in the middle. Dobbin will knock it over. Hannah May somehow got to that one just to get it over the net, and Tormina will send it over on the free ball. Chargers looking to take advantage in the middle. Gracie May dumps it over. Now Groendyke. Groendyke down the line and gets a kill. Passmore comes back in. Christensen will have a seat. During that timeout, in between sets, the Mariners come off. They're singing, they're dancing. Very loose, and why not? 24-0. Number 1 nationally ranked. They're loose, but they also can back it up. That one's out. May looking for a tip, and she's going to get it. Go 3-3. He will check in. Back to serve. Go the Chargers. Zacharuk off the top of the twine and gets the ace. 4-3 Chargers. Rael Zacharuk out of Kamloops. The heaviest deadlift on the team. And she just got it over that there. This one is well over that. Chunkovich with a pass. This one right up against the net. Hannah tips it over. Mariners will go to work. Passmore will just send it over. Free ball. Chargers trying to take advantage now. Back set. Hannah down the line. She got it. 5-3. Chargers with the lead. These two teams played in the final weekend of the regular season. Here's the serve. So they're relatively familiar with each other. Is Groendyke off the block. Chunkovich can't quite get there. And it's a point for the Chargers. 6-3. Chargers with the lead. In that last weekend, the Mariners swept Camosun 6 straight sets. 6-3, and this into the net. Those are the errors that you just cannot have when you play a top team like the Mariners. Any little mistake, they'll take advantage of. And you can't give easy free points, and that's a free point. Chunkovich back to serve. Her serve. Dug by Zacharuk. Here's Yamada. Yamada rejected. Passmore with a block. (6-5) and Chunkovich back to serve again. Three golds and a bronze nationally for Chunkovich in her 4 years. This is her 5th year, looking for more medals. Now Groendyke, she'll send it over. Zacharuk is there. Back set, May. Dug by Chunkovich. Backcourt, Tormina! (6-6). There was a 3-point lead at one point for the Chargers. Now it's tied at 6. Chunkovich back to serve, and here she comes. Popped up in the middle. Gracie May rejected by Passmore. Hannah now will try her luck. Heaney is there. Groendyke off a block. Yamada collects that one. Now she'll get it back. Yamada pushes it down. And now Gracie May has to tie her shoes. 7-6 Chargers with the lead. Coming to the ball game, Kazanowski will check in for the libero, McNeese. And back to serve goes Gracie May, part of the all-rookie team. 27 aces during the regular season. Local girl from Belmont Secondary. Taking her time, now she delivers from the left-hand side. Chunkovich with a nice pass. Backcourt, Tormina. Tormina gets another kill from the backcourt. And Groendyke back to serve in a 7-7 tie. Tormina, last year's Player of the Year in the PACWEST and this year's Player of the Year from Brazil. Now Groendyke. Good pass, Zacharek in the middle. Tormina going to chase that one down by the stands, and Groendyke just sends it over. Power side for Yamada, she's rejected. Good dig by Zacharek. Here's May. Chunkovich with a nice up. Tormina will just tip it. Yamada right there. Hannah May again. Cross court, dug by Groendyke. Tormina just inside the line. Head coach Brett Hall says no, that was out. Yamada also saying out. I think they had an argument. 8-7 Mariners. Good rally. Here's Groendyke. Yamada with the up. Hannah May cross court off a block and gets it down. Ties it at 8. And back to serve is Hannah May. Here's Hannah. Tormina off her arms and into the stands for an ace for Hannah May. And it's 8-8. Hannah back to serve. Won 3 high school championships while she was there at Belmont. Heaney chased down by Dorman Banks. Now Groendyke just a free ball. Chargers trying to take advantage. Back set. Kazanowski hits it into the Mariner bench. A couple of substitutions now coming in for the Chargers. Katie Whaling will come in for Hannah May. And Swissenet's back in for the Chargers. Pompanio will have a seat. 9-9 the score. Back to serve is Kayla Passmore. Passmore serve. A little looper. And here go the Chargers to work. Swissenet's through the block and down. Dorman Banks and Dobbin couldn't quite tighten it up. Christensen back in. Yamada back to serve. Just playing young MC, bust the move. Love bust a move. Dorman Banks gonna chase this one down. Here's Tormina. Tormina off the arm of Yamada, hit the ceiling. Some dust comes down, and we're gonna have to clean that up. Do we hear more bust a move? Yes, we do. 10-10 the score. Well, I think we need to get the broom out so we can listen to a little bit more bust a move. Can we do that? Unfortunately, no. Dorman Banks with the serve. There's an ace for Dorman Banks. And bust a move returns. 11-10 Mariners with the lead. Dorman Banks, her serve. Whaling. Zacharek, nice save by Groendyke. Tormina just sent it over on a free ball. Whaling has to chase this one down. It's Zacharuk again, cross court. Groendyke with another dig. Here's Tormina. Tormina down the line. Dug by Whaling. Off of Mariner. Groendyke chases it down. And Christensen will send it over. Back set. Swisonets off a block. Chunkovich will go cross court. That one off a block as well. Swisonets will send it cross court. Dorman Banks, what a rally this is. Tight to the net. Chunkovich somehow gets it deep enough. How she got around the antenna. Wow. Good play by Andrea, the veteran. In her 5th and final season, talked to her before this provincial championship started, and she thinks this is it for volleyball for her. Now, maybe she'll play rec and have some fun out there, but competitive-wise, this is going to be it for her. Concentrating on her degree from VIU. Whaling in the middle. Kazanowski tips it over and gets it home. Now a substitution coming in for Camosun. Julia Kirschmar will come in, and Kazanowski will have a seat. Kirschmar back to serve. Rookie at a Campbell River. Trailing by a point, here she comes. Good serve. That's an ace. Miscommunication between Groendyke and Tormina, and ties it at 12. The once national level figure skater, Kirschmar, was nationally ranked when she was 12. It's 12-12. Here's the score. Here's the serve. That's Dorman Banks. This is Groendyke. Groendyke off the arm of Whaling. Breaks the 12-12 tie at a 13-12, and Kazanowski will come back in. And then the libero, McNeese, will take her out. Tormina back to serve. Here's Tormina. Yamada, a missed pass. Now Zacharuk, she'll send it long. Chargers scrambling on that one after the bad pass originally. So important, isn't it, to get that first pass? This match, this set, a little bit more competitive than that first one. Chargers go to work offensively. Swisonets off a block. Great job by Dorman Banks, and then Tormina will just send it over. Again, Swisonets, this time off a block and out of bounds. Groendyke couldn't angle it in. And it's 14-13. And May will check back in, as will Pompinio. Katie Whaling is out. Swisonets also out. And the Camosun setter will go back to serve. (14-13) Mariners the lead. Tormina with the pass right up against the net. In the middle, Dobbin who's rejected, and then a double hit. Ties it at 14. The May sisters closing the door on Dobbin. Serve by the Chargers. Here she comes. Right up against the net. Dorman Banks has to chase that one down. Groendyke is going to hit that just inside the line. Just enough topspin on it to get it down. And Christensen will depart with Passmore coming back in. And now Chunkovich has been summoned by the head official. Talk things over. I'm not really sure exactly what the conversation is there. And the message is the libero has to get to the line to exchange. So now that that is straightened out, Dobbin will deliver the serve. Here's Gracie. Down the line, inside the block, and gets it down to tie it at 15. And now Heaney checks in as the libero. That's how you do it. Zacharuk, her serve. Chased down by Groendyke. Now Chunkovich will just send it over. Chargers trying to take advantage. That's Hannah. Dug by Dorman Banks. Chunkovich now, cross court, off a hand and out. 16-15. The winner gets PACWEST gold. The third match of this championship Saturday. UFV Cascades have won the bronze medal on the women's side. Douglas Royals winning bronze on the men's side. Yamada off the block, gets it down, ties it at 16. One more match to go, and that's the Camosun Chargers taking on the Capilano Blues in the men's gold medal match. Both teams, I'm sure, are here. As a matter of fact, I can see some of the Blues players taking this one in. Passmore will tip it over. Passmore with a pretty spot. And it's 17-16. Well, these two teams neck and neck in this second set. Groendyke will go back to serve. Groendyke, 5'10". Here she comes. Good pass by McNeese. Here's Hannah. She is blocked and rejected. Tarmina with the block. 18-16. And Groendyke back to serve again. Here's Groendyke. Good pass by Zacharuk in the middle. Kazanowski. Tormina now will just take a little off it, dip it over, and gets the point. Smart move by Caroline Tormina. Couple blockers, just go up and over, knock it down in front of Yamada, 19-16. Groendyke serve. Picked up by May and then just sent over by Zacharuk. Mariners will go to work. Tormina off a block. Yamada will collect it. Right back to Mika. Mika will just tip it over, but Chunkovich is there. Tormina again on the power side. Tormina with a big kill down the line. And it's 20-16. 4-0 run here for the Mariners. Last time these two teams met in this gold medal match, Danielle's sister Megan was the player of the match. May will just, well, tried to tap it over, but Tormina was there. May again cross court. Chunkovich with a nice dig. Tormina gets the kill. Zacharuk was there, slams her hands on the ground. Hoping to pick that one up. No such luck, and now a timeout charge to the Chargers. 21-16 Mariners with the lead. These two teams, these island rivals. I was surprised when I was doing a little bit of research that these two teams haven't met in the postseason since 2015. Who knew? The Mariners winning the gold medal last year. Went on to national gold. In 2018, they actually finished with a silver, but because they had won the year before, they got the wild card, and they went on to win the gold medal of the Nationals in 2018. They won PACWEST gold in 2017, a silver in 2016, then golds in 2015 and 14, a bronze in 2013, a gold in 2012, and silvers in 2009, 10, and 11. Yamada. Over bump, and Dorman Banks will knock it in. I'm just trying to find the last time a Mariners team didn't medal in the PACWEST. And you have to go all the way back to 1994. Zacharuk will send this one over. Groendyke, wrap around, pass more. Dug there. I was going to say sent over, but Zacharuk into the net. 1994, Okanagan University College won gold, Trinity Western won silver, and Douglas won bronze. But since then, the combination of Malaspina or VIU has medaled every single year in the PACWEST. It's quite a run, isn't it? What are we, 2020 right now? They're going to medal here. Not sure which color of medal, but they're going to win gold or silver. Some kind of powerhouse is the VIU Mariners. (23-16) the score in favor of VIU. Remember, the first set ended up 25-9. This one a lot more competitive, a lot more back and forth as the Chargers seem to have settled in now. Still trailing. Remember, it was 16-16. 7-0 run for this Mariner team. Coming out of the timeout now in their teal jerseys, taking on the blue Chargers. And back to serve is Groendyke, putting together a nice string of serves. Danielle Groendyke. And here she comes. Yamada will keep it in play. In the middle, Kazanowski finally stops the run with a kill, and it's 23-17. Kazanowski with some pretty good athletic genes. Her dad played Olympic basketball for Team Canada. And she's elected to go to volleyball route. May into the net. And now 24-17 set point for VIU. Kayla Passmore back to serve for the Mariners out of Sherwood Park, Alberta. Here she comes. Tracked down by the setter. Here's Yamada. Yamada across court. Tormina with a nice dig. And Chunkovich will have to send it over on the free ball. Perfect spot as May has to come diving in. This is Yamada. Dug by Tormina. Going to set up Caroline. Yamada with a dig. Tracked down by May. Yamada will send it over. Chunkovich. Nice play by Dorman Banks in front of the table to save it. There's a tip, but Chunkovich is there. Tormina down the line for a kill and a set victory. 25-17, and VIU takes a commanding 2-0 lead in this gold medal match. Win 25-9, 25-17. Good fight by the Chargers. We'll see what they have in store in set number 3. It's the Mariners and the Chargers, the gold medal match at the 2020 PACWEST Volleyball Championship. To the third set we go in the women's gold medal match. Chargers in a hole down 2-love. Mariners winning 25-9 and 25-17. And Hannah May will go back to serve things up for the Chargers. Looking to extend this gold medal match. Around the backside, Passmore, there is May. Out of the backcourt, that was Zacharuk. Here's Tormina, dug by May. Yamada off a block and down, and the Chargers go up 1-0. Yamada, 14 kills so far in this match, 5 by Groendyke. Chunkovic has 4. Hannah May leads the Chargers attack. She has 4. Kazanowski has 3, and Yamada has 2. Here's Tormina, a little tip this time, works perfectly. Zacharuk, by the way, also has 3 kills. So 1-1. And Dorman Banks back to serve. Here she comes. Handled there by McNeese. Kazanowski off a block and out. The wraparound works again for the Chargers. Yamada back to serve. Yamada could barely speak English when she arrived in Camosun last year, but now she can carry on a conversation. Picked up the language very easily. And here she comes. Christensen with the bump. Passmore, Dobbin will just send that one over. Then Tormina, a two-handed dunk. 2-2 the score. Tormina will go back to serve now. Tormina's serve. Zacharuk will fly in, tip it over, and the Mariners are on the net. (3-2). Kazanowski back to serve. 6-1 out of Victoria. Stelli's secondary. And she delivers. And that ball will fly out of bounds. With her dad playing on the Olympic team, I wonder if she knows Steve Nash from Victoria. Huh. Wouldn't mind having a conversation with Grace. Talking about basketball and her roots. 3-3, here comes Dobbin. Chased down by the setter, here comes Zacharuk. She's rejected by Passmore. Yamada will go deep and get it in. Good spot by Yamada. Now Heaney will check in for VIU as Dobbin will go have a seat. Pompinio will head back to the service line, and here she comes. That serve there by Heaney. Here's Groendyke. Good dig. McNeese was on the right spot. Good dig by Heaney. Groendyke again off a block. Pompinio will get it to May. May is rejected but out of bounds. Chunkovic will go back to serve. Down 5-4, here comes Andrea. Yamada right up against the nets, and the Chargers touch the net. Or double hit, pardon me. 5-5 the score. Chunkovic goes back to serve again out of Croatia. The serve. McNeese. Pompino, here is Zacharuk, and she will go too long. Chunkovic again. Chunkovic so good from the service line in her 5 years. She'll deliver that one. McNeese with a good up, but Gracie May is rejected. Groendyke with a block, and it's 7-5. Andrea Chunkovic, here she comes. That serve is just long. Looked pretty good from this angle. But the referee says no. And back to serve be Rael Zacharuk. Didn't play volleyball in grade 12. She's from Kamloops at a Valley View Secondary. And that's an ace. 7-7. To match Rael's number. 5'10". Here's her serve off the top of the net. Nice play by Heaney. Off the block and out. Groendyke gets a point. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but there's a little girl in the stands with white pom-poms, shaking them. It's outstanding. You love it when the kids come and are really into it. She's rocking those pom-poms. 8-7. Here's May. May off a block and down. 8-8. Hannah's having a nice match here. Kazanowski will come back in, and Hannah's sister Gracie will go back to serve. And here she comes. Her serve. Heaney handles that one, chased down by Dorman Banks. Now Tormina, dug there by Yamada. Pompino will handle it, and a little tip by Yamada, but Chunkovic is there. Tormina on this side, there's a kill. Good effort by Pompino, she just couldn't get there in time. Gracie will step out, and McNeese will come in, as will Dobbin. Passmore back to serve. 9-8 the score. Here's the serve, and it sails out. 9-9. And now May. 31 aces during the regular season. An ace would be good dialed up right now, but no such luck as Tormina steps in front. Now Tormina will get a little tip, perfectly placed. Tormina with that long reach gets the ball its pinnacle and taps it over, and Katie Whaling will check in. Whaling will check in for Hannah. And Swissonettes will also come in for Pompino. We've seen this all tournament long for the Chargers. 10-9, Mariners with the lead. The serve. McNeese will find Whaling. Over the side, Swissonettes off a block and down. In between the block of Dobbin and Chunkovic. And Yamada back to serve. 47 aces during the regular season. 5'6", but boy, could she jump. We'll see it here on this jump serve as the team's tied at 10. Here's Yamada. And that is too long. 11-10. Caroline Tormina. Her serve handled by Zacharuk. In the middle, there's a kill for Kazanowski. Quickly in the middle and ties it at 11. Another sub coming in for the Chargers. Kretschmar will come in. And Kazanowski with that kill will go have a seat. Kretschmar, a rookie at 5'9". And here she comes, just over the net. Groendyke handles that one. Here's Chunkovic. Chunkovic off a block. Yamada's there. Whaling backdoor for Swissonet, who's rejected, but Whaling's got it. Zacharuk will send it cross court. Mariners go to work in the middle. Dobbin is blocked. Groendyke with the kill. Kazanowski will check back in. And she'll check out for the libero McNeese. 12-11. And Dobbin back to serve. Here's the serve. It'll sail long off the arm of Dobbin. 12-11, and Heaney will check in. Now substitutions as Hannah comes back in for Whaling. And Pompino will also check back in for Camosun and go back to the service line. So the May sisters are up front, along with Zacharek. Pompino will make that serve. Chunkovich has to chase this one down. She does, and now Tormina sends it over on a free ball. Chargers trying to use it. Here's May. May down the line with a kill. And now a timeout by the Mariners. A rare timeout by VIU taken by head coach Shane Hyde. He's seen enough as the Chargers have taken a 13-12 lead. And Hannah May finding a spot down the line. The last time the Chargers won silver was in 2015 when they lost to VIU. But last time they won gold, you have to go all the way down. Well, let's see when the last time they won gold. The women Chargers have never won gold. They came close in 2015. They were the #1 seed, but were ousted by the VIU Mariners. They won bronze in 2014. And that's about it. There hasn't been a lot of medals won by the Chargers on the women's volleyball side. Now the men, on the other hand, have done quite well, and they'll win another medal tonight. But the Chargers haven't been in this match since 2015 when they won silver. Well, they'll break that streak. They'll have a medal here tonight. Will it be gold or will it be silver? They're ahead in this one. It's 13-12. Mariners going to work. Chunkovich, dug by McNeese. Zacharek has to hurry, but hit the antenna. Not much time for Zacharek to get under that ball as it was humming along. And it's tied at 13. Chunkovich back to serve. And here she comes. McNeese will get it up to the center. This is Gracie down the line and off Chunkovich and down. 14-13. Well, the block defense has gone away from the Mariners. You got Dorman Banks, Passmore, and Groendyke up front for VIU. The May sisters and Yamada up front for the Chargers. Zacharek will serve. Tormino with a dig. Here's Groendyke off the block. Zacharek is there. Gracie taps it over. Now out of the backcourt, Tormina, but a dig by Zacharek. Yamada will send it across. Here's Groendyke. Groendyke off the hands of McNeese. 14-14. Good rally. Back to serve goes Danielle Groendyke. Here she comes, and that goes wide. 15-14 Chargers. And Gracie goes back to serve. With a 1-point lead, 15-14. And Gracie delivers. Off Tormina's, looks like her shoulder. It was a good pass, goes off a block. Zacharek chases that one down, now Pompino. Yamada, dug by Heaney. Here's Tormina again, off a block. Pompino is there. Yamada has to adjust her body and can't quite do it as she ends up in the net. And she's okay. Dobbin will check in for VIU. McNeese for Camosun, now an official substitution. Jaden Saywell will come in. We saw Saywell yesterday in that semifinal victory come off the bench. Saywell, a rookie, hometown girl out of Nanaimo. At 5'7", she's about to deliver a serve here in the gold medal match. Tied at 15. Saywell delivers. Here's the Chargers, Hannah May, cross court, off the face of Dobbin. Tormina and Dobbin couldn't quite close it, and Dobbin got her off the cheek. May with another kill. Hannah May's been great for the Chargers. Back to serve. Chonkovich with a nice pass. Tormina, dug by May. May will have to send it over on the free ball. Chonkovich is there. There's a tip by Dorman Banks, perfectly timed. And it's tied at 16. That's the first dump we've seen from Dorman Banks. And now she'll go back to serve. Shelby Dorman Banks in her third season. Out of Cedar Creek Secondary. Gets it over. In the middle, Kazanowski is rejected. Tormina got the block. And it's 17-16 Mariners. Looking to close out the Chargers in this gold medal match. The #1 team in the nation. Yamada. Yamada will get it back. Yamada off the block. Saves it. Now a free ball. McNeese will send it deep. Groendyke has it. Up against the net. In the middle, Dobbin. May is there. And now Pompinio couldn't get out of the way of Kazanowski on a double hit. 18-16. Looking ahead to the Nationals, though, you're the Chargers. You're running with the top team in the country. It can only do wonders for you later on. Now a substitution as Yamada will come out of the game, and Madison Ewell will check in. Ewell came in yesterday against Cap and provided instant offense with 4 kills. Here's the serve. Pompinio going to go right to Ewell. Ewell, a little tip. And the Mariners will go to work. This is Tormina, a tip of her own. Ewell tracks that one down. Now Zacharuk will send it over. And it's 18-17. Yamada going to check right back in for Ewell. Yes, Yamada needed a quick conversation with head coach Brent Hall, the PACWEST Women's Coach of the Year. 18-17. Mariners with the lead. Yamada back to serve. Yamada serve. It is an ace just inside the line. Ties it at 18. Yamada, who had 47 of those during the regular season, gets one here in the gold medal match. And we'll look to do it again. Her serve. Mariners will go to work offensively. Tormina off a block. Pompinio going to send it right to Zacharuk. Good dig by Groendyke. Tormina off a block. McNeese is there. Backdoor. Kazanowski with a wraparound. Knocks it off a block, and the Chargers take a 1-point lead. (19-18). Yamada back to serve. Is this one going back and forth? Yamada. An ace! Chonkovich can't handle that one. It's 20-18, Chargers. Trying to break through and get a set here in this gold medal match. Mariners up 2-0. Yamada putting a nice string of serves coming in off the bench after she was removed for Ewell. Yamada That's a nice pass by Tormina. She gets it back down the line, dug by Yamada. Zacharek, dug by Groendyke. And now it's on the floor on the Mariners side, and the Chargers 21-18. Yamada back to serve again. 21-18, Yamada. Here she comes. Off the arms of Tormina, saved by Dorman Banks, and then sent over and out of bounds. 22-18. And now a timeout by VIU. Their second of this set. Nice job by the Chargers to bounce back in this one. Chargers taking just one set on the Mariners all season long, and that was in the first matchup back on October the 11th. Just for comparison's sake, as far as sets are won, Mariners won 72 during the regular season. The Chargers won 50. Both teams off to Quebec in a couple of weeks for the CCAA National Championship. Mariners making another visit there. For somebody like Amanda Dobbin and Andrea Chunkovich, you get to see a lot of the country when you play for the VIU Mariners as they travel to different places to compete for national gold. This year will be Quebec. They've been out east. They've been to, well, Camosun. That was a couple of years ago. Been to, I believe it was in Ontario last year. Now to the timeout. We'll have a substitution as Chunkovich will leave and a new player comes in for VIU Mariners, Nukalova. Jane Nukalova out of the Ukraine, 6'4". Easily the tallest player on the floor. Haven't seen her yet this tournament. Didn't see a lot of her during the regular season either, just a second year of eligibility. Nukalova wearing number 5 for the Mariners teal. And it's a free ball. They're going to send it to Zacharek. Tormina now. Tormina off the hands of McNeese. It misses the basketball hoop, misses the pillar and the beam in the ceiling. How it missed all of that, you couldn't do that if you tried. Good effort by Yamada, but she was anticipating the ball hitting the backboard. 22-19. And now the Mariners want to make sure they're in the right rotation. And they are. Tormina will serve it up. Here she comes. McNeese. Kazanowski on the wraparound. No block for the Mariners, and it's 23-19. Block defense wasn't there for VIU. And it's 23-19, Camosun. Kazanowski will go back to serve now. Here she comes. Groendyke. Dorman Banks will get it right back to Danielle. Goes off a block. Saved by Pompino, and Grace will send it over. Nuvalokic, she is rejected but out of bounds. Nukalova gets her first swing of this tournament. And it's 23-20. And now a substitution will come in as Passmore will come in for the libero. And back to serve is Amanda Dobbin. Dobbin trailing by 3. Here's the serve. Yamada with a nice pass. Wrap around. Gracie May will just tip it over. Nice job by Dobbin to get there. And then Nukalova will go long. And it's set point Chargers. The Chargers men are in the gym cheering on their ladies. The Capilano men are in the house as well. They'll play for gold after this one's over. Pompinio serve off the top of the net. Passmore is rejected by May. Here's Groendyke, rejected. And the Chargers have some life as they take the third set, 25-20. And we're back in this gold medal match. 2-1, Mariners in front still. We'll go to the fourth set. You're watching the 2020 PACWEST Volleyball Championship and the gold medal match on the women's bracket. To the fourth set we go in this women's gold medal match. The Chargers coming back to win that third set 25-20. We'll see if they can carry the momentum here into the fourth set. Dorman Banks, long serve. Yamada handles that one. Kazanowski off a block. Chunkovic will collect it. And here's Tormina. Yamada with a nice dig. McNice will send it over. Chunkovic is there. In the middle, Dobbin with a kill. As Yamada slams her hand on the ground thinking that she should have had that. For the Mariners, Caroline Tormina leads everybody with 18 kills. Groendyke has 9 through the 3 sets. Hannah May has 8. Kazanowski has 7. Dorman Banks. That one is rejected by Dobbin. On the second effort, Zacharuk makes no mistake. Gracie May will check in. Zacharuk, May, and Pompinio up front for the Chargers. Hannah May in the backcourt, Yamada, and the server, Kazanowski. For the Mariners, Dorman Banks, the setter. Dobbin, Chunkovic, Tormina, as that goes into the net. Groendyke and Christensen. Tormina will go back to serve. 18 kills for Tormina in this gold medal match. 3 blocks as well. There's an ace for Tormina. And it's 3-1 Mariners. If I'm the Mariners, this is a must-win. You don't want to go to a 5th set with a Chargers team that wins the last 2 sets with momentum. That goes off a block and out of bounds. 3-2. So the Mariners probably haven't been in this situation very often as a must-win, but I'd say this is a must-win. I mean, they're the top team in the country, but going to a 5th set, well, you start to get in your own head. Groendyke rejected. Christensen was there. Dorman Banks will just send it over. Here's Hannah May, and she goes too long. 4-2 VIU, and Passmore checks back in. Back to serve is Amanda Dobbin. That serve. Zacharuk. Now Gracie May will send it over, an over bump. May goes up for a block, doesn't need to as the ball goes into the net. And the Chargers cut the lead to 1. It's 4-2. And Heaney will come back into the ball game for the Mariners. Zacharuk back to serve. Here she comes. That ball will go too long. A little too much juice behind that one on Zacharuk's serve. And it goes to 5-3. Here's Chunkovic. Second team All-Star. Again for the PACWEST. And her serve. Here's a good one. Pompinio will have to track it down. Yamada had to run a long way. I'm surprised Gracie May just didn't take it. She was right there. As Yamada with a full head of steam couldn't quite get there. It's 6-3 VIU. Here's the serve by Chunkovic. In the middle, May off a block. Tormina is there. Here's Groendyke. Groendyke is blocked and out of bounds. Point for Danielle and the Mariners. 7-3 VIU. That hard serve by Chunkovic causing some issues for the part of the Camosun Chargers. These Capilano guys are starting to walk in the gym. There's Hannah May off a block and down. Back in the game is Kazanowski for Camosun. Trail by 3. 7-4 VIU with the lead. Gracie back to serve. Her serve. That is an ace just inside the line. The Mariners smiling about it. So is Coach Shane Hyde. See how long those smiles last as the Chargers continue to surge here. Here's May. Going back to it. Heaney has it go off her upper arm, and now just a dump over by Groendyke. In the middle. What a dig there by Heaney. Groendyke gets the kill. And back to serve Danielle now. Her brother Doug, part of the VIU Mariners team last year that won gold, as the VIU squads went back-to-back gold. Back-to-back for Groendyke. Both went to nationals as well. Now the men didn't come home with a medal. Mariners with a point, 4 hits, and it's 9-5. And Danielle ready to go, and here she comes. Hannah May. May with no blocking around, gets it down. 9-6. Boy, Hannah's been terrific here today. 9-6 the score, and Hannah will go back to serve. Here's the serve. Heaney up against the net. This is Tormina with a kill. Well, if you're at VIU and you need a point, you get the ball to Tormina any means possible. And now a couple of subs coming in for Camosun. As Katie Whaling will check in. We've seen this all match long. Swissonette's also in. And a 10-6 lead for VIU with Passmore back to serve. Here she comes, loops it over. McNeese to Whaling. This is Swissonette's, but she goes long. Swissonette's was really good last night, I thought, or yesterday, in their sweep of the Blues. She had 11 kills. And I believe she was named player of the match, but we just haven't seen her a lot here today in this gold medal match. Hannah May has taken over, but Hannah has had a great match. Here's Yamada off a block. Groendyke in the middle, Dobbin, and this will fall. Good effort by Zacharuk, but it's 12-6 Mariners. Back to serve goes Passmore. Yamada, however, has to tie her shoe first. Yamada's got some long laces on those kicks. That's a triple knot just to get the laces out of the way. Passmore back to serve. She's an all-star this year. She can have those long laces. Whaling will track this one down. Swissonette's goes off the block. And Chunkovich tried to pancake it, but it hit her wrist first. 12-7 now the score. Passmore departs, and Yamada back to serve. Yamada in that crouch, even lower. Now she'll explode. Here's Tormina, has to just tip it over. Swissonette's is there. She's going to get it back. Swissonette's off a block. Whaling with a nice save. Zacharuk, a dig by Groendyke. Here's Tormina now. Tormina rejected. Kazanowski got her palms on it. And it's 12-8. The Mariners are being tested here. Maybe more than they thought they would be. After that first set, it's more than anybody thought they would be. First set was 25-9. The Chargers give them a lot of credit. Have battled back, won the third set to force this fourth one. Now they're hanging with the Mariners. Dobbin Banks gets it to Groendyke. And Groendyke from the backcourt. And it's 13-8. Back to serve, Dorman Banks. Her serve gets over. Zacharuk with a nice pass. She's going to get back from Whaling. Goes off a block and gets it down. 13-9. And Kretschmar will come back in for Camosun. Back to serve. And she delivers. Christensen with a back set. Tormina with a hit, but Yamato was there. This one off a block. Chargers have control. Swissonette's. And Swissonette's goes wide. And it's 14-9. It was close. And now a substitution comes in. Kazanowski will come in for the libero. Well, the libero will come in for Kazanowski on the double switch. And Tormina back in to serve. Off Yamada. Swissonette's is rejected. Whaling with a nice dig. Here's Zacharuk. She is blocked. Dobbin with a block. And it's 15-9 Mariners. 10 points away from winning gold. Tormina. Zacharek. Ball is going to go off the net. Dorman Banks, that thing hit the net. She did on the bottom of the net. And it's 15-10. And May is going to check in for Whaling. Pomponio will also check in. As Switzenetz will have a seat. And she'll go back to serve. Down by 5. And here's the serve. This is going to be right up against the net. Chunkovich with no block. Dug by Pompinio. Zacharek didn't get all of it. Got enough of it. That makes it 15-11. Pompinio will go back to serve. Her serve travels over. Christensen tracked down by Dorman Banks. Tormina will just send it over. Backdoor for May, into the net. 16-11. The lead is 5. Dobbin. Her serve. Zacharek in the middle for May. May will go too long. 17-11. Amanda Dobbin in her 5th and final season. Hometown girl at her Dover Bay Secondary. In the middle for May. May gets it down. That's Hannah. And it's a 5-point lead again for the Mariners, 17-12. For the Chargers, though, they can't keep trading points down by 5. They have to make a bit of a run if they want to extend this gold medal match. Zacharek. Out of Kamloops, 21 aces during the regular season, but she's going to go long on this serve, and it's 18-12. Chunkovich will head back to the service line. Her serve is wide. That's 18-13. Kazanowski back in for the libero. And Gracie will go back to serve. Gracie May. Sister Hannah still at the front. Here she comes, her serve. Tormina with the pass, right up against the net. Groendyke will tip it over. Pompinio is there. Here's Yamada. Dig by Heaney. Tormina, a little tip. Hannah gets it back up there. Yamada. Tormina with the pass. Groendyke off a block and off a diving Zacharek, and it's 19-13. And Groendyke back to serve. Here comes Danielle Groendyke. Her serve. Good first pass. The Chargers trying to take advantage. May is blocked. Tormina gets it back. Right back to Caroline. Tries to go cross court, off a block. May goes through the block and gets it down. 19-14, but again, Camosun just keeps trading points. Back to serve is Hannah May. Following the match, we'll have the medal ceremony, plus they'll announce the All-Stars and the MVP. Chunkovich with a nice pass. This is Tormina across court. Tormina with a kill in front of the back line, and it's 20-14. Heaney checks out. Dobbin back in. Dobbin, Tormina, And Dorman Banks at the front for Camosun. For VIU. Passmore serve. Lampino has to chase it down. Yamada across court. Dug by Passmore. Tormina down the line and gets it to go. 21-14. And now Ewell will check in for Camosun. Yamada will have a seat. Ewell in her third season out of Powell River. Where's number 11 with the orange scrunchie in her hair? I think that's what you still call those, isn't it? Scrunchies are coming back, I hear. An ace! 22-14. A timeout taken by the Chargers. Both teams huddling up during this timeout. Mariners 3 points away from another PACWEST gold. Mariners have been here before. Been here plenty of times, actually. Plenty of hardware hanging in that gymnasium at VIU. And after the timeout, back to serve is Passmore. That serve, handled there by Ewell. Ewell gonna go and serve, hit down the line. Out, however, and it's 23-14. 2 points away for VIU. Again, both teams headed to the CCAA National Championship. One will be the PACWEST winner and the representative. The other will be a PACWEST wild card. Passmore, and that will go long, way long. And it's 23-15. Yamada set to check back in for Camosun. And Ewell will have a seat. And Yamada back to serve. 5'6", 47 aces during the regular season. Crouching down, and then here she comes. And that will be an ace! Right on the line. Yamada, perfect placement. And brings the score to within 23-16. Yamada again, taking her time. 23-16, there she goes. Tormina with a nice pass. On the wraparound, Dobbin. McNeese with a nice save. This one will be kicked up by Tormina. Good effort by Caroline. But the Chargers bring it to a 23-17. If Tormina pops that up, I mean, come on. With her foot right in front of the crowd, this place would have exploded. Yamada. Chongovich with a nice pass. Here's Tormina! Yamada did everything she could. Now it's gold medal point. And Dobbin Banks back to serve. 24-17. The serve by Dorman Banks. McNeese. Off the antenna, and the Chargers stay alive. Block, then the antenna, I should say. 24-18. Kazanowski back to serve. A little extra pressure on the servers as well, just to get the ball up and around. Here she comes. Her serve is in there. Right up against the net, Gracie May, a two-handed dunk. And it's 24-19. Kazanowski, 6'1", hometown product out of Victoria. And Kazanowski, here she comes, just gets it over. Tormina with a nice pass. Chunkovic, outstanding did by Hannah May. Still alive. This is Tormina on the power side. Yamada will track it down, and it's an overbump, and Chunkovic, the fifth-year veteran, gets the final point. And the VIU Mariners, for the 18th time, are PACWEST volleyball champions. Give a lot of credit to the Chargers after that. First set was 25-9. Thought we were in for a very brief gold medal match. However, the Chargers worked and fought hard. Mariners won the second set 25-17. And then Camosun came back to win that third set 25-20. And then VIU wins it here 25-19. Two teams that just may see each other down the road at the CCAA Nationals, as both teams will head to the Nationals representing the PACWEST. The Chargers will be the wild card team, so in theory they'll have a harder opponent in the opening round. And the Mariners will go as the PACWEST champions, as the #1 seed, I would imagine. Defending champs, two-time defending champs, 24-0 during the regular season. They were the #1 seed all year long. I'm not sure if they're going to do players of the match in this gold medal match before they hand out the awards. And as I watch head coach Shane Hyde just pass by the booth here, I mean, how many medals does Coach Hyde have? I'm not sure when he started with VIU/Malaspina, but it would be neat to see him wear all his bling, as the kids like to say. Just looking at Katie Whaling giving a hug to Hannah May. Whaling has played in her final PACWEST match. So has Andrea Chunkovic on the other side. Not a bad way to end your PACWEST career for Chunkovic, with a gold medal kill. Referees just making sure everything is set and ready to go as both teams have lined up numerically. (25-19) the final. 25-9 again, VIU winning the first set. 25-17 the second set. Then Camosun winning 25-20. And VIU winning that final fourth set. And then they didn't want to make it a fifth.